human beings. Well, we are still venture and while looking at Islam, the most holy, beautiful religion, of which mainly when I appear or when I come around, I always talk about health. When I always am around or near the nearest place, I talk about health. Many of you would wonder, why don't I talk about your economics and whatever? I do, but in a sense that a wise man can only see that this, once you are in good health, and I told you at one time that if your human existence and survival is diverted from that which we decreed as in Islam as the most holy, beautiful religion, whereby Islam says, for human beings, this is Islam and is the way men and women and all other Christians were created. And if you are to doubt that, I'll say to you, I'll give you an example. Some of you have the luxury to wake up and stroll a little bit either early in the morning, and when you finish your Fajr prayer on your way home, you can come across the trees. Sometimes with the trees and whatever, and they are kind of covered with a very smooth and very healthy. And the scent of that morning breeze is always with beautiful fragrances of perfumes from flowers that blossomed either through the night to bring life to every living creations, called all living creations. Those which you understand as trees, flowers, they have a stake in ensuring that the community of member community of this Muslim community of living creations on planet Earth are all in peace and harmony. That way, you as a living human being, you are required, and it's a holy divine directive that you adhere to holy divine laws that governs all creation, governs men and children and women, how to live in their societies. Not to become terrorists to the environment. Not to become terrorists to your own brains. Because if you become a terrorist, a witch or whatever, men already they have that notion that they are witches. They do witchcraft. No. That is when men are in a state of unconsciousness. A man would think, I'm going to chop that tree. That tree is there as proof and evidence that life is a religion. While you are in your bed sleeping, that tree did its prayers, its salat, 24 hours a day. And in that tree, maybe you chopped it or whatever, there are millions and trillions, whatever, who are residents in that very beautiful whole tree that because it's a member of the Muslim community. There are birds who have their nests, whatever, in those trees. There are fruits too. They have it. There are so many, many things. But in modern times, what men call modern times, where men say we are advanced in knowledge. What knowledge? A knowledge that tells you that you should chop trees and whatever. That is not knowledge. A knowledge, you should become terrorists to one another. That's not knowledge. That's not advanced in knowledge. Because what men consider to be advanced in knowledge is when they explode weapons of mass destruction against the environment, becoming terrorists against the environment. becoming terrorists against little children, women, flowers. If you export a weapon of any kind, it takes out flowers, beautiful flowers. Can you imagine? When I look at the flower, I say, how beautiful it is. Because it's so beautiful. The same way I explain this to you, human beings, I want you to get it in soft language. There's hard language and there's soft language in this interpretation. When you are a toddler, you need to be spoken to with soft but language that molds you to love Mother Nature, because whatever that you go through to grow up, she provides. Mother Nature has a very big stake in your being. You be a toddler, becoming of what you boys and men, what you become, what you call yourselves today. Mother Nature has a very big stake. She provides for your mother. She provides for you and you as well. When you go out of that comfort zone and say, I am a terrorist to the environment, I am a terrorist to Islam, I say, my people, maybe you do not know how beautiful Islam is. Maybe you do not know how beautiful this holy, beautiful region, the region, let's say, this holy, beautiful region, life. And that, what is life? Life is a religion. And that most holy, beautiful religion is Islam. What makes a tree glorifies Allah 24 hours a day, non-stop, thanking and glorifying Allah to show those who have sense that men and women, Islam is the religion of Allah, not of men. And with that, never insert fitna, never use fitna to this most holy, beautiful religion. When I say never, put things that never make your desires and lusts become practices, because those desires and lusts are practices which you are trying to enforce either on Mother Nature, and Mother Nature says no. Mother Nature says what? No. It asks, which favors, what kind of life, men and women, do you want on this planet? Because Islam is the religion of Allah, not of men. That's why a tree glorifies and produces seed after seed every year, maybe 2 times, to make sure that it sends this message to all other parts of the world that Islam is the most holy, beautiful religion, that men and women should always celebrate the beauty of this most holy, beautiful religion. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.